Ah, morning. Let's talk about it, good people. This shows you how crazy society has become. This shows you how ignorant the world can be. Garth Brooks, Garthy. Garth Brooks is going through, to me, a very unnecessary process. He's being held under immense scrutiny based on the fact that Trump supporters are angered when they saw a picture of him in Detroit with the number 20 and Sanders on their back, as if he's voting for Bernie Sanders in 2020. They didn't realize he was in Detroit and he was wearing a Barry Sanders jersey, who played the Hall of Fame running back from the Detroit Lions, who wore number 20, whose last name was Sanders. So they have, you've lost your fans. You've lost me. All of that. You support Bernie. He's a communist. Unbelievable. The stupidity of people is amazing. They go on social media so much and they can show one photo and have a total reaction that affects the governing of this country based off a photograph off of internet. These are Trump supporters. I can't blame them, because for them not knowing who Barry Sanders is, even though he's a Hall of Fame running back, very famous guy that their fathers probably would know. He is black, and Trump supporters, the majority of them are racist. So I guarantee you they probably didn't follow him or know anything about him. And they won't apologize for being wrong. They just gonna say, oh, and move on to the next topic and start ranting again on Bernie and act as if it didn't happen because they're Trump supporters. Being wrong is like part of the job. Because you support a man who's half of his team that he brought in the White House himself, that he called great people, been fired or in jail. His lawyer, right hand man, Stone, in jail. Meanwhile, this crook used to keep bouncing around. Right? So we're supposed to believe this guy, out of the benefit of the doubt, is innocent. And all these people who were protecting him, they were guilty. So yet and still, you idiots still would vote for this man to be president of the United States, knowing he was colluding with another foreign soil, totally violated every code in the White House. You thought it was fair that he won his doggone impeachment. He won when the other side would not let them bring or interview any witnesses. You think that was justice and fair. But yet, Bernie Sanders is the communist. And they're going to be, who are you? You're a Bernie supporter. No, not. I am a realist. I think Bernie's a dreamer. And none of the things he's saying can be brought into reality. That's what I believe. Trump is a shady businessman who would sell the country for pennies on the dollar just to make himself look good. These people all are bad for the White House. So if you think I'm pulling punches to support one guy against the other guy, can care about any of them. Because I know what these guys truly are. I know who they are. I know what they are. They're not going to do any change or any good for the country. Now, this is about your ignorance. Trump supporters, you are the worst. The absolute worst of the bunch. Because you ignore facts and focus all on illusions. Trump told you it was raining outside and you don't see any rain whatsoever. You'll still lie and say, no, I feel a little drizzle. I wouldn't say he's lying. It's drizzle. Don't you feel a drizzle? Feel nothing. He'll have an umbrella open. It's raining. Where's your umbrellas? And he's like, give me an umbrella, honey. Trump says it's raining. When you clearly see there isn't any rain. You don't feel any rain. But because this idiot tells you, you believe it. That's the power of social media, the internet, and television programs. You've been programmed to look like an idiot. I see these fools walk around in hats, blinded by illusions. And I've seen people on our side get mad at the hats. I said, well, when I see them walking with the hats, I know who people are that I can see that are for terrorism, racism, all type of stereotypical things. They fit. They don't even know by wearing that hat and supporting that guy. That's what they stand for. Because the way he thinks, is that the type of values you would want as your president of the United States? When you vote for him, that's what you're doing. You're saying, I agree with this guy's standards. This guy is fit to run this country. I stand by him. A guy who thinks it's okay to tell women to grab him by the you-know-what, who's out here paying off strippers with money that he's taken from campaigns. It's okay. It's okay to do. Who lives on Twitter, says the most outrageous things, caught in about 50 lies, and yet you still try to defend him. Because you're blinded by celebrity. Meanwhile, if any of you have daughters, look at your daughter. What do you think you're teaching her? And it's okay for a guy to say he can grab you by your ussy. It's okay. So when a guy comes and grabs her and says, hey, grab him by the ussy, you okayed it. Just think about that. Make fun of people with disabilities. You've okayed all that. So any of you Trump supporters have a child with disability, you okayed people to make fun of your child. Your president, the person you voted for, did it. And you thought that was okay. So if you think that's okay, then so be it. But don't be a hypocrite when it's not going your way. Now, all of you Trump supporters owe Garth Brooks an apology. Will he get it? No. But you guys were stupid and jumped off a cliff because he wore a Barry Sanders jersey. He thought it was Bernie Sanders. He was giving support for Bernie Sanders. I'm not shocked by it because it was done by Trump supporters. Intelligence is not something I attach to a Trump supporter. So on that note, we wrap.